NYC, that's my brother, we was little jumping fences. I don't do Twitter beefing, nigga, keep me out your mentions. These niggas did me dirty, that's alright, I don't forget shit. I just sit back and play my role, cause karma's gonna hit them. I told my bro I got him, we gon' get up to them riches. Don't worry about these hoes, my nigga, get up to them digits. Remember nights when we was off the Henny in the kitchen, when we was hitting stains, I went to rob the whole city. I was down bad and I ain't asked for no handouts. Now I'm getting bread, these bitches saying I'm the man now. I don't got shit for a hoe with a handout. Back then she curved me, she want
pop. One being on the West Coast, one being on the East Coast. But they meant the same thing to the culture. 360 all the way around. DMX and Tupac. Tupac was Tupac, just like DMX was DMX. But Tupac also allegedly was killed before DMX came out. Had Tupac never got killed when DMX came out, I feel like they would have collabed in their time, especially if the East Coast, West Coast thing could have dissolved and washed away while he was living. I could see DMX and Tupac doing music because they was, to me, they was the same people. They were smart. They was militant. They didn't bite their tongue. They was both very outspoken, both very religious. What the definition of these two people, you really can't put that on any artist that's out right now in the game of rap. I don't care if it's still like an old school living nigga. The only other person that you can even throw in this bracket right now, if this was an argument, which is not, would be Scarface. Would be Scarface. Because to his side in the South, Scarface is the Tupac. You see what I mean? But Scarface and Pac did their thing. What I'm saying is Tupac and DMX, just think about it. These niggas was the same niggas. They just, their egos was kind of different, should I say, or their characters were different. Whereas DMX barked like a dog, love dogs, dog collar around the neck, platinum diamond studded dog collar around the neck, love dogs, do crazy, wild shit, don't give a fuck about the police. It's like fuck the police. And he stood on what he spoke about, and he meant what he said. This type of nigga that'll say a prayer at a concert in the mid-concert when he got people sweating, crying, jumping around, baby mosh pit, all that, and could bust down and do a prayer, and people, like, they'll go there with him. They'll be in the same place with him mentally when he go there. You see what I'm saying? Pac could do the same thing. He might not necessarily pray, but when that music stopped and he started talking on the microphone, they went with Pac. They went to whatever place Pac was in. Whatever place mentally he was at, that's where the crowd went. They controlled that a different way. DMX and Tupac had that ability to control that a certain way. That's why I'm talking about DMX and Tupac, because though Pac was gone when DMX came, think about it. DMX in hip hop, and I'm saying in hip hop, and this is my opinion. Like I said, I need them comments to drop. I need y'all to tell me what you think, y'all perspective, y'all opinion, whatever. But in my opinion, when, okay, Pac's gone. He gone. DMX come. DMX go drop 2 albums in 1 year and both of them go multi-plat. You see what I'm saying? He filled the void that was gone from us losing Tupac. We still had Snoop Dogg. We still had Biggie for a little bit. We still had a whole bunch of people outside. Nas, the Jay-Z's, the Mobb Deeps. We had hella people on the West Coast too. The Dub C's, all these people, the Dre's, the LBC's, the Tradies, everything that came with LA and the LA music scene, West Coast period, the Bay Area, all of that. You had all of that. They didn't feel the Tupac void though. When Tupac was gone, Tupac was gone. On the West Coast, Tupac is gone. Nobody has felt that void, that Tupac void. Like a Tupac, like to come and fill in what's missing in the game, because that's what Tupac represented. It's just like Nipsey. Nipsey ain't gonna, it's gonna be hard to replace Nipsey. Because for one, you're taking a gangbanger, an intelligent gangbanger, a gangster and a gentleman with the brain of an elite, and he put it into play. Like, you can't go outside and just pick a gangbanger out the street and they come smart as Nipsey. It's just not gonna happen. So in this, what we talking about, that void was never filled on the West Coast in hip hop, period. But when DMX came out, he filled that void and he took over in a strong, aggressive manner. And to this day, even though he gone, people praise DMX. DMX could go to jail. We had fan favor. People looked out for him. Like, it was, no matter what he went through, his support system never left. Far as who was around him and his fans. Same thing with Tupac. Tupac out there shooting at the fans and doing this and doing that. His fans never left him though. They stayed with him the entire time. That's really cult based right there. Because sometimes people got fans, as soon as you do something that they don't like, you out of here. Like, you canceled. Like, these two niggas that you probably couldn't have canceled because they was that big. And when DMX came out, he filled that Tupac void. And he came from the East Coast. So to be able to fill the void of Tupac missing in hip-hop culture, smack dab in the face, here come DMX. Boom. We no longer, he's not Tupac. Of course he ain't. He's DMX. That's what makes him a legend, because he came out and he became bigger than he even thought. But at the same time, people loved who he was. Tupac effect. It was the Tupac effect. He gave you his ups and his downs, and he didn't wear his heart on his sleeve in a negative way. Like, he could wear his heart on his sleeve and tell you about it, and you understood his character more because of that. So no, he didn't fill the void on the West Coast as Tupac, but in hip hop, that spot that been open since Tupac been gone, DMX filled that. So yeah, I feel like if Pac would have been living still when DMX came out, he would have took a liking to DMX. Because I feel like Pac would have looked at DMX like, this nigga the East Coast me. These niggas was like two old souls. They was two of the same people. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are two people you can't emulate. This is not like, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. This is not like Pop Smoke passing, and then you got all 30 different niggas that sound like Pop Smoke. This is not that. You can't replace DMX. And you can't replace Tupac. These two legends. Gone but not forgotten. And just like Tupac legacy, it was sturdy, I feel like DMX legacy gonna last like that too. You see what I'm saying? These was two staples in the culture of hip hop, both being from two different sides. Granted that Tupac originally is an East Coaster. He just grew up on the West Coast. So that's why even more I really relate to these niggas being more in the same than different, because Pac just went to another coast and made it his own. DMX was from the coast and made it his own. Either which way, they claimed they stayed. Either which way, these niggas was great. Either which way, I don't see these two niggas how should I put this? I don't see these two if Pac living and they both doing music in their prime. I don't see these two avoiding each other. I don't see these two niggas falling out with each other. I don't see because they character built different. They just two totally different types of niggas, and they approachable niggas. You see what I'm saying? So if them two niggas would have had a disagreement, they could have talked their shit out because they really wanted the same type of niggas. So I feel like they would have collaborated, and that would have been probably one of the biggest things in hip hop. To me, that would have been bigger than a Jay-Z DMX, a Jay-Z Nas, a DMX Nas, whatever the fuck combo you want to put together. It wouldn't have been bigger than a Tupac and DMX collaboration when they was in a prime. I'm not talking about both these niggas gone. Now you take a verse from over here and a verse from over here from each one and just put it. No, nigga. Them niggas both in the studio, bald head sweating, both of them niggas shirts off, built the same. Both of these niggas in there really got a thug mentality. It's just located different. His mentality more West Coast, whereas DMX mentality more East Coast. But you put these niggas in the same room, they identical. The music and the beats gonna be different because of the culture of where they located. But when you think about it and you listen to the content, think about it. Take any Pop got 1,000 songs that are basically the same thing as I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. That's Tupac. It's like that's DMX being his own, but that's him, in my eyes, replacing Tupac. The music that we missed, that we wasn't getting no more. DMX came out and started giving that to us because that was something that was missing from the game, and only nigga that could give us that shit when Tupac left was Scarface. If you disagree, just let me know that. But I still want to hear y'all opinions, y'all perspectives on what we talking about with Tupac and DMX. I feel like they would have dealt with each other in the hip hop industry, and they would have did music together because these niggas was two in the same. You see what I'm saying? Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell. Don't leave about the traps you've been served, and we serve it every day. It's time for that. Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia Paint.